Hey everyone, welcome to the VGA Podcast, where we talk all about video games, movies, TV shows, basically whatever we've been watching or playing that week. Happy New Year. My name is Caleb, and the other half of the VGA Podcast is Alex. Welcome, Alex.
Happy New Year. Welcome. Was your New Year decent?
It was all right, besides getting sick, but I'm getting over it, so we're
Right.
good. We're good to go.
How about your Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas was good. Good food, time with family. So yeah, how about yours?
It's good. It all went good. I'm ready though for the holidays to be over and to kind of start. It feels like every New Year it's just start fresh. Let's go. Let's get started.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, and I'm ready for football playoffs this coming weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
For the Browns.
Yeah, none of my teams, but
Yeah,
yeah,
not for my Cardinals, but yeah, got to root for someone.
Yeah. Okay, so today our show is Rare themed, so Rare limited. We have a Nerd Pop quiz all about rare games, and also a Guess the Game where I play a song from a game made by Rare, and then you have to tell me which game it is.
I'm very curious how I'll do on this one.
Yeah, this will be a fun
I feel like
one.
I'll do good, but every time I feel like I do good, I don't.
And then after that, we are going to be talking about Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. We have episodes 8 and 9 to talk about today, as well as Percy Jackson episodes 3 and 4. And I don't know about you, but I felt like this, not to get too ahead of ourselves, but I thought this was a really solid week of episodes that we watched. Like, I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to talk about them.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about them too.
All right, well, let's get into the Nerd Pop quiz. So this is Rare Edition. And same as normal, you'll get 2 points for a correct answer if you can get it without the multiple choice. If you need the multiple choice, you'll get 1 point. And let's go over what sounds we'll hear when you get things. So if you get it right, you will hear this sound. And if you get it wrong, you'll hear... we got some.
I like the Rare theme sounds.
Yeah, we got some banjo sounds. Banjo Kazooie has amazing sounds, so I definitely was I need to put this in there.
Very recognizable too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's get on into it. So, in the beta of Banjo Kazooie, there was a level known as Fungus Forest. This was scrapped and eventually reused in what game?
Is that in Conker's Bad Fur Day? Final answer?
Let's see if it's Conker's Bad Fur Day. Ooh, it is not. That's a good guess, but it'll bring up the multiple choice. So, was it eventually used in Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo Tooie, or Donkey Kong 64?
I don't feel like it was Donkey Kong 64. Watch it be that one. Is Banjo Tooie a trick question?
I don't know, is it?
Let me say Diddy Kong Racing. Final answer.
Okay, let's see if it's Diddy Kong Racing.
No! It is
Donkey Kong 64, yeah.
Why don't I remember the Fungus Forest? Or maybe I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, they changed the name a little bit to Fungi Forest in Donkey Kong 64, but it's basically the same level, which I thought was a really interesting little tidbit. I did not know that.
That is interesting. Cool. I wonder why they didn't use it for Banjo Kazooie, but then used it for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, they must have just had enough.
The layout and everything the same?
Yeah,
or no?
I mean, they added obviously the collectibles and the things you shoot in Donkey Kong 64, but I think the layout of it was basically the same. Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, sticking with Banjo Kazooie, out of the 5 transformations in the game, what is the only one that can attack?
It's is it the it's the think Alex.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
crocodile, right? Final answer?
Let's see. Is it the crocodile? It is.
Yeah.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, I
Good
remember because I
memory.
love chomping things.
Yeah, the chomping was satisfying. The
I
sound
remember
was,
like I was gonna say I
was
remember
great.
the sound and the movement for some reason.
Yep. Nice. Which game, developed by Rare Limited, holds the Guinness World Record for most number of collectible items in a game?
I'm gonna guess Donkey Kong 64.
Let's see if it's Donkey Kong 64. It is, yes. That's crazy that nothing has beat
That is,
that.
I didn't know it. I didn't know it had the Guinness World Record of
Yeah.
collectible items.
Yep.
You know, I still love the game though. When I was a kid, I loved collecting everything.
Yeah, me too. I love that game.
Although if I went back now, I don't. Although maybe it still would be fun. I don't know.
Yeah. It's grindy for sure, but there's like there's a mod thing where you can do a randomizer and it adds in like quality of life things that make it not as grindy, and it's pretty fun.
Interesting.
It's pretty fun.
And this isn't on Nintendo Switch Online, right? Do they like not have the rights or something to this anymore?
It is not. Yeah, I think there might be some complications
Oh,
with Rare being under Microsoft now and stuff.
because I remember when they had the Rare anniversary, right? They didn't have this and GoldenEye.
Yeah. So that would make sense.
That was on the Xbox, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay,
Hey,
sticking
Viva
with
Pinata's Rare?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
You
it
know, I
is.
never played that one.
I didn't either. Which I feel like, yeah, I'm surprised neither of us did.
Yeah. Interesting.
So sticking with the collectibles in Donkey Kong 64, how many total collectibles are there in Donkey Kong
Lord.
64? And I might just bring up the
that's
multiple choice answers because
Okay.
you're not going to know the exact number. So you can still get 2 points on this one. Is it
Okay.
1,810, 1,680, 3,831, or 4,745?
Okay. So just off of statistics and guessing, I don't think it's going to be the lowest one. I don't think it's going to be the highest one. So no to B and no to D. I'm going to go with C, 3,831.
Let's see if it's 3,831. It is, yes.
Hey!
Okay,
Process of elimination.
I gotta start making some of the highest numbers the right answer. Okay, got it.
Hey, it's just with any test. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to do it, but yeah, it might not be that way forever. In Donkey Kong Country, what is the name of Kong's swordfish friend?
Ooh. Oh man, I haven't played this in forever.
He does also
I'm
show
gonna need
up in Donkey Kong 64.
I could see him.
Yeah.
Give me the multiple choice.
Okay, is his name On Guard, Sword Fighter, Stab, or Rambi?
Stab. I think it's Engard. Engard.
Let's see if it's On Guard. Yes, it is.
Hey! Stab would have been awesome though.
Yeah, Stab's a good name for a swordfish. Still in Donkey Kong Country, who is the final boss?
Oh, it's what's his name? Oh my god, what's his name? It's King K. Rool, right?
Final
It's the
answer?
same thing as Donkey Kong 64, right? Yeah, final answer.
Let's see, is it King K. Rool? It is.
Hey!
Yes, good memory. Good memory.
Woo-hoo!
What is James Bond's weapon of choice in 007 GoldenEye?
Isn't it the Um, PP something. So I thought it was funny. PP. I gotta stop just saying PP. PP 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. PP 6. PP 6, final answer. No. PP 7. Because it's 007. Yeah, PP 7.
PP7
Final
is
answer.
final answer. All right, let's see if it's PP7. It is. Nice.
Hey!
Nice switch right at the last second there. I thought you were gonna go with 6.
I'm like, wait a minute. It would make sense for it to be 7. Yes, I used to make fun of that gun when I was a kid. Yes, I was young.
Well, it helped you remember, so that works.
15 years later, 20 years later, I hope you remember something.
Yep. In Diddy Kong Racing, who is the secret racer that becomes usable only after you run over him in your car?
I do not know this. I'm going to need multiple choice.
Okay, is it Drumstick, TT, Crunch, or Conquer?
Oh. I don't think it's Conquer. That's Crunch. That'd be funny. I don't know. I don't know this. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Crunch because that sounds funny. Because that'd be hilarious.
Let's see.
Yeah, Crunch.
See if you crunch. No, that would be funny, but no, it's not. It is Drumstick. He's a little
Drumstick.
It's after you do a certain race. There's a little frog with like a chicken hat, and then you run him over, and you get the chicken racer guy. And I'm pretty sure he has some of the best stats in the game.
Interesting. Is there no Crunch?
I think Crunch is in it, but he might be a starting character.
Oh, okay. I didn't play too much Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay. Yeah, he's the alligator dude. So yeah, he does show up in there.
I know people love this one.
I love Diddy Kong Racing. So we have 2 more Diddy Kong Racing questions.
That's okay. I played it, just not a ton.
Yeah, in Diddy Kong Racing, what secret character is unlocked only after beating the time trials record on every course?
Multiple choice, please.
So is it Smokey? Oops, sorry, wrong. I'm reading the wrong question. Timber the Tiger, Pipsy the Mouse, TT, or Whizpig?
Is it TT? C, final answer?
Let's see if it's TT. It is.
Yay!
He's a little clock that unlocks. He's the one that times you in the time trials, and then when you beat all the time trials, you unlock him. Nice.
Woohoo!
Okay, and then to round this out, in Diddy Kong Racing, who is the final boss? I put this one in here because it took me forever to beat the final boss in this game. It was really hard.
Multiple choice.
Okay, is it
I feel like I'll get it.
Smokey? Is it TT? Is it Taj? Or is it Whizpig?
If I remember correctly, I believe it was Whizpig.
Let's see if it's Whizpig. Yes, it is.
Yay!
Good memory.
Yahoo!
In what year does Perfect Dark for the N64 take place?
So not the year it came out, what year in the game it takes place?
Yes, what year in the game does it take place?
Ooh. God, I don't remember. Give me the multiple choice.
Okay, does it take place in 2023, 2000, 1975, or 2060?
You know what? I think it might actually be 2023.
Let's
Which
see.
maybe why this is you did this question.
It might be. Is it
a few weeks ago?
Is it 2023? Yes, it is. I did make this quiz like 3 weeks ago, so it was the same year that we were in, which I thought was pretty funny.
Oh, that's funny. And it's not the lowest or the highest.
True, man. I need to change that up. You're on to me. Also in Perfect Dark, what are the evil aliens in the game referred to as?
Oh, they are the Martians. Martians. Final answer. I'm not confident, but I feel like it's Martians.
Is it Martians? No, it is
Oh,
not. Okay, I'll bring up the multiple choice. Are they Mayans, Skedar, Greys, or Skinwalkers?
yeah, I think they're Mayans. That's probably why I was thinking Martians. Final answer, A.
Let's see, is it Mayans? It is not.
No! Oh my god,
They're
what
the
is it?
Skedar or Skedar. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but yep.
Oh. Oh. That's all she wrote. Man.
What was the first game made by Rare after they were acquired by Microsoft?
Ooh, I have a couple. I don't know. It's I believe the Viva Pinata is Microsoft, but also I believe that they made the um Banjo Kazooie nuts and bolts too. I do not know which one came first. I'm gonna say Viva Pinata. Final answer.
Let's see if it's Viva Pinata.
Oh my god, it's probably the other.
That's a good guess. I'll bring up the multiple choice and we'll see. So is it Conquer, Live and Reloaded,
Ooh, Conquer, that's right.
Perfect Dark Zero, or Grabbed by the Ghoulies?
Oh, you know what? It might be Grabbed by the Ghoulies, actually. I actually liked that game. That was on the original Xbox. I didn't know. Did they own it then, though? Yeah, I'm going to go with Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Final answer.
Let's see, is it Grabbed by
Or
the
is it
Ghoulies?
Conquer? I don't know. Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Grabbed by the Ghoulies? Yep,
Okay.
it was. Nice.
Yeah, I played that on the original Xbox, and I actually really liked that game.
Yeah, I never actually played that one, but I remember you saying you played it, so I threw one in
Yeah.
there.
I wonder, because Conquer, that's right, Conquer Live and Reloaded was with them too, huh?
Yep. And another
Oh,
one.
and they did make a Perfect Dark. Yeah.
Yep. And for the next question, another one you may not remember that they made. Which of the following was not a playable sport in Kinect Sports? So I'm going to bring up the multiple choice. You still have a chance to get 2 points.
That's right. I forgot they made this too.
Is it bowling, boxing, baseball, or beach volleyball?
I think it's Baseball C. And why would you put Rare doing Kinect Sports?
That's a great question. Let's see if it's baseball. It is baseball, yes.
I can only imagine people trying to swing a bat with nothing.
Yeah. I think they did eventually do a Kinect Sports 2 that did have baseball, so
really?
I think so, yeah.
What, you
I
just
looked that up,
hold
but
your hand up like you're holding a bat?
yeah, I don't know.
I'm like trying it right now. But yeah, seriously though, why would you make Rare why would you put the assets in them making Kinect Sports? Anyone can do that.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I don't know. In Sea of Thieves, which starting ship is the smallest and most maneuverable?
The boat. Final answer.
Let's see if it's the boat.
Is that a type of ship?
I'm sorry, we're gonna need you to be a little bit more specific. So here's the multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Is it the galleon, the sloop, the brigantine, or the schooner?
It is The sloop. B. Final answer.
Ooh, let's see. Is it the sloop? It is. Nice.
Yeah. The galleon was the biggest one, no?
Yes, I think so. And then brigantine was the middle.
Like the middle one,
And
I
then
think.
I just threw in schooner, because it is a type of ship, but not in Sea of Thieves, I think.
My boat answer wasn't correct.
I mean, it is a boat, but I needed a little bit more specificity. Okay, final question. How many games are available to play in the Rare Replay?
Ooh. I'm gonna need multiple choice for this.
Okay, is it
I know there's a lot.
18, 24, 30, or 36?
Because I know there's a lot of 2D games I never played as much. I'm gonna go with 24. Final answer.
Let's see if it is 24.
30.
Is it 30? Yes. There are a lot of them.
32.
All right, well, you got 18 points. Not bad, not bad.
Okay,
There were a lot of games in the Rare Replay. Like, that's a lot to remember. You did pretty good.
I love Rare, or old Rare at least.
Yeah, classic Rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they made some amazing games that fill me with lots of nostalgia.
Well, the Microsoft bought them, and it's been crap.
Yeah,
I mean, I know people like
much.
Sea of Thieves, but
yeah, we played that a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it as much.
I'm sure it's like better now. There's probably a lot more content now.
Yeah, true.
Because we played it like years and years ago.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's do this music trivia quiz. So I'm going to play a song from a Rare game, and you have to tell me what game it is from. And if you need a hint, I can give you the year. That might help narrow it down quite a bit, but we'll see how you do. And if you need the hint. Okay, first song.
Is that GoldenEye? Final answer?
Let's see. Is this GoldenEye? It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Yep. Good ear. Great game. Pretty iconic music.
Good music in there.
Yep.
Especially the menu song, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, that song.
Yeah, that song is good. Next up.
This is Banjo Kazooie. I love this level.
Are you sure?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Don't try to trick me out, man.
Definitely is.
Just like guess myself.
Yep, this is Gobi's Valley. Great song. Okay, so that's 2
I love that game.
Yeah, I know. I started replaying it after making this quiz. I'm like, man, I need to replay this game. Yeah. It's a great game. Okay, what is this song from?
I think this is Donkey Kong 64? No? Final answer?
Let's see, is this Donkey Kong 64?
Yeah, just go. Is it Donkey Kong Country? Final answer?
It is not.
Oh my god! What is it?
Sorry. It is Star Fox Adventures.
Oh, Star Fox!
Yeah. Great game.
Which I actually liked this game.
I liked it too, yeah. It was fun.
Which I read that this originally wasn't going to be a Star Fox game.
It kind of feels like that. Like, yeah, I could totally believe that.
Like I don't know specifics, but I know it was going to be like some dinosaur game, and at the very last second they like skinned it for a Star Fox game.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like any other Star Fox game, really.
No. But I like this game. A lot of people don't, but I remember loving that game as a kid.
Yeah, I remember running around in that game, having a lot of fun.
I thought it was so cool, like being Star Fox, like in 3D.
Yeah, I liked that too. Okay, next song.
Oh god, this is Donkey Kong. Final answer, 64.
Is this Donkey Kong 64?
Yes,
Yep,
it is.
It is. Yep.
I love this game too.
This is Jungle Japes, the first level. Or the first like,
God,
world.
I have so many memories of this freaking game, dude. Like I'm having flashbacks right now.
Yeah, it's a great game.
On a Saturday morning, you know, a hot summer day in Arizona, hearing that song.
Yep.
Oh,
I was in San Diego when I played that game. That's where I was living.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, so you're.
And I was still inside, even though. Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, good times.
Okay, next song.
I believe this is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Final answer.
Let's see if it's Conker's Bad Fur Day. It is, yes.
Yeah, but you never played this game, right?
I played a little bit recently with the Rare Replay, but yeah, before that I had never played this game. I just know
it's a good game. It's actually it's fun. Oh, the poop song.
Yeah, the Great Mighty Pooh song, which I was tempted to put in here, but I knew you would get that one right away.
Yeah, it's too obvious.
Yeah, yep. But playing it for the first time recently, it's pretty funny. It still holds up. The comedy of it still holds up, I feel like.
I know. I ought to replay it too because I haven't played it in forever.
Yeah, it was definitely entertaining. Okay, next song.
I'm thinking of two games. I guess this first one. Is this one Perfect Dark? Final answer?
Let's see. Is it Perfect Dark? Yes, it is.
Yay! Which this game was actually... I know everyone talks about GoldenEye, but Perfect Dark was an awesome game.
Yeah, I never actually played it on the N64.
You didn't? Oh, it was so good. Like, I used to play the multiplayer with that too. And it actually holds up better than GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye.
I mean, it came out, I think, 3 or 4 years after.
Okay. GoldenEye does not hold up with the controls. But...
No. I think GoldenEye, but more like they obviously learned from it. Because it was... The multiplayer was actually better in the sense of, like, played better.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But GoldenEye is just iconic, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It
I used to play this with Sancho and my dad and Drake.
Oh, nice. It sounds like fun.
4 controllers, 1 TV.
Yeah. Good times. Okay, next up.
I'm just gonna guess because this kind of sounds like it. I didn't really play it. But is this Jetpack? What's it called? Jetpack Gemini or Jetpack?
Jet Force Gemini?
Yeah. Is that rare?
I think it is rare, yeah. It is. Yeah. Let's see if it's Jet Force Gemini. No, it is not.
Let me... let's do... Is this Battletoads?
Let's see if it's Battletoads. No.
Oh my god, okay, what year is this? I won't get a point, but what year is this?
This came out in 97.
97? Interesting. Oh my god, I don't know. right, shoot. What is it?
This is Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
And there's Drumstick in the background from another quiz.
Oh, Drumstick. You gotta smash the frog.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, I definitely didn't recognize it.
Really good music. Okay, next up.
Is this... I'm trying to think here. Oh. This kind of sounds like... Man, dude, I don't...
I will say this is a tough one. This is a tough one.
Give me a year.
This came out in 1996 for the Nintendo 64.
Is it... I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
This
Donkey Kong Country. I'm just gonna guess randomly.
Okay, let's see if it's Donkey Kong
I
Country.
don't think it's that, but
It is not.
yeah. What is it? I'm not sure.
This is Killer Instinct, the fighting game. Yeah, this one I knew would be a tough one because I'm pretty sure neither of us really played this, but wanted to play.
No, I mean I've heard of it stuff, but no, I never played it.
Yeah.
Like it's not something I'd recognize for sure.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay, next one up.
What year is this?
This one came out.
I think I have an idea.
1991. Same age as me.
Is this one Battletoads? Final answer? Because that's what I was thinking.
Let's see if it's Battletoads. Yes!
Yay!
This is Ragnarok Canyon, the first level.
Yay!
Oh, that was a fun game. That game was hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Okay, two more.
This is Donkey Kong Country. Final answer?
Let's see if this is Donkey Kong Country. I'll give it to you. It's Donkey Kong Country 2, yes. Yep, Sticker Bush Symphony. I love this song.
I don't know what it is about the Donkey Kong Country games. I think we've talked about it, where it'll be like on my playlist when I'm working and stuff.
Yep.
Oh.
These songs, they're so good.
It's so like, how would you explain it? Like,
they have really good atmosphere. They like put you
the
into
atmosphere.
the level.
Yeah.
And they had no right to go this hard. Like, these songs are so good for like Donkey Kong Country. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, so good. How did they put all that on an SNES game? I don't know.
No, seriously.
Okay, last one.
Most music games, man.
Yeah, I know. Even today.
Yeah, I don't know if you even know what this game is, and I don't know if you put it on here, but I played this too on the... I'm probably wrong, but I played this on... I believe it was the... I believe it's the original Xbox. It's called like Cameo, K-A-M-E-O, I think.
Oh, Cameo,
is it
yeah.
that?
Let's see if it's...
Is it that or no?
Let's see if it's Cameo. Ooh, it is not.
Yeah.
It's a good guess.
Then I'm gonna go with... That sounds like Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Is it that? Final answer?
Let's see. Is it Grabbed by the Ghoulies? Yes.
Okay, yep. Yeah.
Man, this
makes
goes
sense.
hard too. Like, where'd that electric guitar come from? That's funny. Yeah.
Did you ever play the cameo or whatever?
No, I don't think I ever did. I definitely know which game you're talking about. I saw it a ton on the original Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I saw it at GameStop or wherever, but I never played it.
Yeah, that one was good too. From what I remember, I don't know how well these games hold up. Even
Yeah.
Grabbed by the Goalies, I don't know how well it hold up. But
Yeah. All right. Well, you got 8 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad. So you just missed Killer Instinct and
Diddy Kong, I think,
Diddy
right?
Kong, yeah.
Okay, that's acceptable. 8 out of 10. Okay.
Oh wait, did you also miss Star Fox Adventures? Maybe you got 7 out of 10. Did you get Diddy Kong?
I didn't. No, I didn't
Okay.
get Diddy. I must have gotten 7 out of 10.
Yeah, you got 7. I think I gave you Diddy Kong when I didn't need to. Yeah, so
not
7,
as acceptable.
That's not bad though. It's still passing.
I guess. Not the kind of passing I like.
Yeah. Oh, Rare has such good music though.
They do. What are we both in agreement that our favorite Rare game is Banjo Kazooie?
Yeah, my favorite Rare game is Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, I think mine too.
Yeah, it's so good. There's a lot of like GoldenEye is really close. It doesn't hold up as well, but I still had so much fun playing that game. Banjo
Kazooie, God, you're right. I even replayed that when we were living in that house together in Paradise Valley.
Mm.
Do you remember I was replaying that or no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But man, the quiz at the end is still hard for me.
It's hard, yeah, for sure.
Like that killed me as a kid.
Yeah, I almost pulled a few questions from that, but they're so like specific to the like it's
game,
like little minutia in the game. Like how many of this is in this level? It's like, dang, that's hard to remember.
Like I remember as a kid getting so pissed off with that. I'm like, how am I supposed to remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say hard. Probably Banjo, and I will admit I never beat Banjo Tooie.
Oh really? I did, yeah.
I never beat it. I played it, but I never beat it.
Yeah, I liked that game too. It wasn't as good as Banjo Kazooie, but it still was really solid.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know why. I just never beat it.
Yeah.
And I know people will disagree with this, but I love Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah,
Country 2.
I love that one. I remember trying to beat that stupid arcade machine in Donkey Kong 64 for so long. And it's like not even that worth it, but you have to do it to beat the game, I'm pretty sure. And oh my goodness, it was so annoying.
There's something about that. You know, maybe like nostalgia has an effect on that because I have just as many good memories of that game as Banjo. Yeah,
I had a lot of fun playing that game. It's definitely going back now. If I wouldn't have played it with like being able to on the randomizer, you can switch the Kongs at any point with just a touch of a button.
At any point.
That makes the game so much easier to replay. Like,
well, that's how it should be.
Yeah, thinking about having to go back to the barrel every time you want to pick up a different collectible, it's like, oh my goodness, that would be so annoying.
Something so tedious. Yeah.
But with that, it's actually really fun.
They probably couldn't do it at the time, right? They take too much power or something.
Yeah, I don't think they could. I mean, they had
to add I could see how that
expansion pack as it was.
That's right. I thought the levels were really cool in that game.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I don't know. Like I remember going into King K. Rool's ship and that little levels in there.
Yeah, and the fight at the end was really cool.
The fight, yeah, and then also you had the area with like the little pyramid things.
Yep.
Yeah,
the Aztec level. There was like the haunted house level, the fungi forest, which could go day and night. The water level, yeah, they were really good, well designed levels.
It's just the tediousness of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rare. I miss old Rare.
Yep.
Now they got see. Are they going to do anything besides Sea of Thieves now?
I don't know. Probably not, because it's like,
It's like a Destiny kind of, isn't it? Like
a live service game. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be the same anyways, right? It's not even the same people anymore.
Yeah, true.
But anywho. All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Percy Jackson and Monarch. So, which ones do you want to start off with first?
Let's start with Mr. Jackson first.
Okay. So, Percy Jackson, we watched episode 3 and episode 4. So, let's give our scores for episode 3.
Okay.
And
you want to go first?
Yeah, I thought this episode was, again, another really solid episode. I gave this one an 8. There were a couple things that stood out as a little, like, I don't know if they're nitpicky, but like a little bit of a drawback. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought the pacing has picked up and is a lot better in this episode. And there were some changes from the books, but honestly, they didn't really bother me. It seemed to help the pacing. So I thought it was good. Solid 8 episode.
Okay. I agree. I think I would give it an 8 too. Kind of everything you said. The pacing's better. It slowed down, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
And I like how the characters, and even in the next one are kind of. I'm finally kind of seeing them like connect.
Yeah.
Like, and it starts in this one, but even more so in the next one. So yeah, I would give it an 8 as well.
And then, do we want to do our score for episode 4 as well, and then go into spoilers for both of them?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, just in case we mention accidental spoilers for.
Yeah, true. Okay, so episode 4. You want to give your score first on this one?
Sure. This one's tricky for me because I can't tell if I like it better than the last one. I kind of almost clump it in with the last one, to be honest.
Sure.
I liked the like the acting and stuff more in episode 3, but I liked the more like bond building in this one, like the way like there's just little moments in this one, especially at the beginning of the episode, where like they feel like kids, and it's like I don't know, that there's a lot of little moments that I liked more in this episode. And not even moments that are like critical of the story, just like moments between the 3 main characters.
Yeah,
this one was shorter.
It was.
This one also. I mean, to be honest, they probably could have clumped this in with the last episode, because this is. There wasn't much to this one in the sense of like. Well, I guess there was critical things in this one. I don't know. This one kind of confused me because I liked it just as much, but I'd probably rate this one a 7.
Okay, interesting.
But like I kind of clump it in with the last one. I don't know. This one was a weird one for me, but I think I liked it a little less.
I think I know why, but we'll get more to that in the spoilers. So for me, I actually liked this one slightly better than episode 3.
Okay.
There were some moments in episode 3 where the acting felt a little bit off, and in this one I feel like it didn't have that. And I agree with you that there were a lot of little moments that like really solidified the trios, like getting to know each other and having better chemistry. And I really liked that. And then there were some really cool set pieces in this one. This one, the pacing was blazing fast. Like this episode felt like it finished so quickly after it started. It was like, oh my, it's over? What? Like, and I think it was a really good episode, and that's part of the reason why, but also because it was shorter than the last one. So I think that could be part of why it felt kind of weird to you. Like, I think so. I definitely think episode 3 took its time more, which I I think helped some of those acting
Like
moments.
episode 3 felt like an episode. This felt more like a sequence.
Yeah, it
Like,
was definitely like boom, 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 moving
which isn't
on.
bad, but yeah.
But yeah, I gave this one a 9. I thought it was great. My
Oh,
biggest
okay.
complaint was that it was over too fast. Like, I want
Mm-hmm.
more. I wanted more because it was really good. I wish it wasn't as short, but um, I really liked this episode.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to get into spoilers and discuss it.
Yes, so spoiler warning if you haven't watched Percy Jackson episode 3 or 4. We're going to get into spoilers now.
You've been warned.
Okay.
So episode 3 was obviously with Medusa,
Yes, Medusa, Auntie M.
and dude, I really liked it. I liked even the little walking to get there, and the conversations in the house. Grover kind of feeling like Grover.
Yeah,
Uh, Medusa, I liked. It was a little creepy too,
yeah, it was for sure. I
in
thought
the sense
Medusa
of
was
like
done
the
really
kids.
well.
Hmm. Yeah, and then like the conversation she had with Percy, which was this in the book? I don't remember. She's telling him like, "Let me take care of him for you.
Yeah,
They're gonna betray you."
I don't remember that either, so I'm not sure. It's been a while though, so it could have been.
It might have been, but I don't remember either. But I liked that conversation. I liked. They definitely didn't go into the basement in the book, though, did they?
No, I think it was like the
I remember
garden
them
or
going like
something.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I bet you they went down in there to save money. It's dark.
Yeah, the darkness. Yep. Probably.
uh, but I really liked the conversations. It slowed down, like I said, in a good way. Grover was kind of being his goofy self.
Yeah,
Uh,
I love Grover in this.
Annabeth is growing on me, which I
Hmm.
guess she's doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Grows on you through the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Medusa did great. She looked good. What did you think overall on it? The goods.
Yeah, the goods, I agree with all that. Medusa was a great villain, and like showing that Alecto was scared of her kind of added to the mystique of Medusa. Um, let's see. I also like how they didn't like make it a mystery that much. Like they saw the statues and were like, "Oh yeah, this is definitely
Yeah,
Medusa," which I felt kind of helped with the pacing. It was like, okay, we're getting right into it. Um,
yeah. Instead of 15 minutes of, oh, this lady just wants to help us.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, because it
Um,
added to the tension by just knowing.
yeah, it did for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Medusa looked really cool. It was how they did it with her like hiding her eyes was pretty like intimidating, like waiting for that moment when she's going to take off her hat
Mhm.
and um so the one part, well, there's two things that I feel like brought this down to an 8. The moment on the bus where Annabeth puts on the hat and then talks to Alecto, the Fury. I
Mhm.
feel like she was just reading lines. It wasn't like if you go back and watch that, Annabeth's
Okay.
delivery is kind of not the best
Interesting.
there. But I mean, she's a kid, like, and she's invisible, so
Yeah, yeah.
she's just like dubbing over her lines. So that's understandable.
I
But
was just saying, she obviously wasn't even sitting there.
right, right. Um,
Yeah.
so that felt a little off. And then so the this is a nitpick. Um, the Oracle in the books, she
Mm.
doesn't take the form of the Percy's
The,
mom's
the the
boyfriend, right?
boyfriend? No, I don't think.
I don't
I
think
don't.
so.
Again, I don't remember, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So that was a little weird. I'm not sure why that choice was made, but
That was pretty creepy.
it
Well,
did.
not that scene, but before she
Yeah,
changed him.
yeah. That was a cool scene. I just wasn't sure why it was him, but that's just
Why
kind of
was it him
nitpicky.
though? That is a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. They just needed someone
Like,
to do it and decided on him. I don't
especially if it
know.
wasn't in the book, which I don't remember. But
I don't think it was, but
and
yeah,
if it wasn't though, why would you make it him being the line delivery?
yeah, I don't know.
Like I wonder
So
what their thoughts were.
yeah, that was really the only thing. Other than that, like, I love this episode. Um, so in the also in the books, I'm pretty sure doesn't Percy use a mirror to defeat Medusa, or am I like going crazy and remembering that
No,
differently.
he does use a mirror
Okay.
or some form of a mirror.
Yeah, because I was like waiting for that moment and it didn't happen, but that's not that big of a deal. I thought the way they beat her was pretty smart. It worked. So I thought that was fine. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
And
no, I
and I liked the scene where he actually mailed the head to Olympus because that wasn't in the movie, but I'm pretty sure it was in the book. And,
I'm pretty sure it was in the book too.
yeah.
And then like kind of seeing what's his name?
Hermes,
What's
yeah.
the Hermes? Yeah, kind of going up. That was interesting.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah, I agree with everything. There's not much else that happened.
Yeah, I
I could
definitely
think of in a couple of
feel
weeks
like
too.
this one didn't feel too short. This one was like
No,
good
this one
length,
felt
good
good.
pacing.
Hmm.
So who's your favorite of the trio so far? Who do you think's doing the best? Because I have a clear like favorite actor of the trio who I like the best.
Me personally, who I think's doing the best is Grover. I think he's
Same.
doing a good friendship, but also he still has that goofiness to him.
Yep.
But you could take him seriously as well.
Yeah, same. That's exactly who I would say. I think Grover is nailing it. And he
Yeah,
almost feels
yeah,
like the center of the group, which I guess he kind of is. He like holds it together and
exactly.
yeah.
Well, yeah, even in the next episode, you could even
Yeah.
feel that more so.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, yeah, I think he's doing the best.
Not that the others are doing bad, but
No.
yeah,
I agree with you. He's kind of been like
the
when I'm
highlight
thinking
of
of the
the
trio, he pops up
yeah.
first. Yeah. And I'd probably say Percy second. It's not that I don't like the actress who plays Annabeth. It's just
Yeah. Well,
characters like
also
that are
yeah, her character exactly is like you're supposed to be kind of lukewarm on her for the first
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then Percy to me is just like I do like the actor who plays Percy because he does feel like just like an everyday kid that's getting thrown into this.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, but yeah, so that was that episode. And episode was it 4?
Episode
Was the next one?
4, yes.
Which this is how did this one start again? Weren't they back on the train?
They're on the train, yep, and
Or they're on the
they have
train? Yeah.
that moment where they're talking where like Rover's kind of asleep and then wakes up
Oh
and he's all
yeah,
grumpy.
yeah. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. See, little moments like that,
Yeah.
like our moments like that, make it care for characters. Like it
Yep.
can't always be go, or. And I
Yeah,
think
the
that's why I prefer
moments
these last 2 episodes
yeah.
from the first 2.
Yeah, it does feel like it gives us more of those intimate moments between the three characters.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we didn't have those moments, I could care less about them.
Right.
I mean, the only reason, I care about them because I've read the books, but
Right. Yeah.
and then what's her face, the god of monsters or mother of
Echidna, yeah,
monsters?
Mother of Monsters. I feel like that actress portrayed the like creepy evil monster mom thing pretty well. Like she was pretty
Yeah.
unnerving.
Although they, one part that this is just a nitpick that bothered me is I don't they sounded shocked when it was broken in from the outside, or I don't know. Grover made like an observation, like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it was broken." From the outside. Like, what did you think? A monster didn't do this? Like, it
Yeah, it
almost
just ripped
it was
apart.
shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It almost made me seem shocked. I know they're probably thinking, "Oh, the monster."
Yeah,
I don't
they
know. Why was that such a big deal to me? Like, there's a monster that broke the window.
yeah.
Like, does it
Yeah, it
matter?
was like a big moment like, oh, this didn't happen from the outside. Yeah, they broke it from the
Whatever
outside
it is.
and yeah, it
Does it
was
matter? And it
yeah.
wasn't obvious it was the lady that report. I figured that out in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
really shocked about that.
It was pretty obvious, yeah.
But anyway, that's just a nitpick. But
Yeah, yeah.
and then after this, like they had that conversation, right? They kind of talked about I'm going to hunt you down, blah blah
Hmm.
blah. I don't remember the specifics of the conversation. Do you?
Yeah, they just well, they figured out it was Echidna, and
Mm-hmm.
then the monster like poked out and stabbed Percy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And they ran down the train.
Yep, had to get away.
And then next 15 minutes is pretty much just them running.
Yeah, it was them running. They got to the St. Louis Arch, which is like Athena's temple. The
Yep.
one part that I did like was it just like hard cutting to them in the fountain splashing Percy. I thought that made me laugh.
Out of the water,
You could see people in the background looking at them like, what the heck are they doing? I thought that was pretty
I
funny.
did like that. Like, oh, your father should help you. You need ocean water.
Yeah.
Which I did like that because it was venom, right? What does the venom do? Does it just like stun you where you can't move?
Yeah, they didn't really explain it. I can't remember in the book what it does, but yeah,
I
I
don't
think it
remember
kind of
either.
just paralyzes you.
And then the whole thing is, since his father's not helping, Annabeth's like, okay, we'll ask my mother. So
Yep.
they go, they want to go to the top, but then
the arch.
she hears the monster talking to her. What'd you say? The monster said something about your mom's not gonna. Oh, her mother felt embarrassed because
Oh yeah, because of
her.
they sent Medusa's head to Olympus. Yep.
Yes. So she felt embarrassed, so she's not gonna help. So
Yep.
they have to go to the top, and neither parent's gonna help. Uh, and they try to run, and then Percy does Percy things. You
Yeah,
pushes them out, and
that was definitely a Percy thing when he switched it up on Annabeth and pushed them into the elevator.
yeah,
That
he was like,
was
"Here, use the sword, so you
Yep.
could do it." Tries to grab it, and she pulls her in there and
Yep.
shuts the door. Yeah, this is up top in the arch.
Yep.
Uh, and this little scene was pretty cool. I did like the scene. I thought the scene where he was falling was filmed really cool.
Yeah, that looked really good. Also, I thought the CG of the Chimera looked better than I was expecting.
Yeah,
Like it was
I did too. I
solid.
was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, because it looked better than the Minotaur in the first episode.
Yeah, like you could actually see it because it wasn't at night.
Yeah, you could actually see it.
Yep.
The fight was okay. I mean, you can only do so much. But like
In
the
the
scene where
arch,
he's
yeah.
falling, yeah, in the arch, yeah, because I mean it's just a little hallway pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, the scene
But
where
yeah, the
he's
scene where he's
falling.
falling was it looked cool, like kind of chaotic, and then like flashes in and out, and you can
Yep.
see the water saving him. Like I thought that was really cool. That's probably
Yeah,
my favorite part of the episode.
I agree. That was, and I remember that part in the book, and it looked pretty much
Hmm.
how I imagined it.
And then he falls into the ocean. And who was talking to him at the end? It was some.
I don't even remember. It ended
I
so
don't know. It was like,
quickly. It was like, oh, it's over.
it did. Some lady was speaking to him, and I cannot remember who it was. If they even, I don't even think they said it, but
Yeah, it might have been Athena, but or I don't remember.
anyways, and then it ends. So like I said, I really did like the episode. It was fast paced. There's not really too much negative for me, but it was just like it felt like one action sequence for a whole episode.
Yeah, it definitely did. It was very fast paced, and I thought the action sequence was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I gave it 7. You gave it an 8. I mean, overall, we seem to we seem to like the show. We're enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the show a lot. I don't know if it's because I really like the books or like I don't know if
I'm
I'm
sure
biased
part
at
of it
all.
is.
Yeah, but
I'm sure we are a little bit, right? Because let's be real. Like, I'm really liking the show, but we've said it before. This isn't the kind of show where I would tell like my dad, "Oh my God, you got to watch this show. It's
right.
so good."
Yeah.
But like for book readers or book lovers or people who like the lore or even like Greek mythology, then like yeah, you should watch this.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's doing its job for sure.
It's above average. It's doing its job. The actors are good. The action's good. A little fast paced, but the last couple episodes have settled it a little. Oh, I say the last episode is super fast, but I kind of like grouping the second 2 episodes. It
Right.
felt more grounded than the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the first 2, I mean, you're in camp and then you're out on a quest.
Right. It was pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but I am excited to see the rest of the season because some of my favorite parts in the book hasn't even come up yet. So
Yeah. And
like the whole casino
yeah,
and
that's right. They're probably getting pretty close to that part, huh?
yeah, and I really liked I liked that part in the book. I liked the Percy Jackson movies too, but they definitely weren't like super close to the book.
Right, yeah. I
But I
think I
enjoyed
only
them.
watched the first one, and yeah, it was entertaining, but it definitely was not the book. Like, it was
No,
pretty far away
no.
from the book, yeah.
I just hope that this show does good because from what I was reading is each season is obviously going to be a book, and I would love to see all 5 books
Yes,
fully reimagined on the screen.
I agree. Yeah.
Not 1 or 2 books, all of them. Because I don't know if you remember all the books, but for me, third book was my favorite freaking book, and I was so mad when the movies didn't get to it.
It's been a
I
while.
love
I
this
remember
third book.
the fifth. It's the fifth in the original. Like, there's like 5 of them, right? In the original
Yeah, there's 5 of them in the
series.
original. I think he just wrote a 6th one for it, but yeah,
Okay.
5 in the original.
Yeah, I remember really loving the fifth one.
The fifth, they were all really good.
Yeah.
Um, but I just remember that third one. God, I loved that third one.
Yeah.
The Sea of Monsters was okay. That was the second one. I liked
Yep.
it, but it wasn't my favorite. The Titan's
Yeah.
Curse, that third book,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love so much.
It's
Which I don't
been.
know if you don't remember it, but
Yeah, I don't really remember it. I do. I
and then
would once this season is over, I'll probably go read the books again.
I'll probably reread them too. Because they were all great. Even
Yeah.
the fourth one, the Battle of the Labyrinth, I remember that one. They were all good. Honestly,
Yeah.
my least favorite one was probably, if I remember off the top of my head, was probably the second book.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I'm least favorite in the sense of like it's still good.
Right.
But I saw the 2 movies, which they did obviously the Lightning Thief, and then they did the movie was of the second book.
Yeah,
It's like we've
I
never
might have
seen.
seen that, but I
You
don't.
might have. We went and saw it together.
I know we saw the first one together. I don't remember if we
I don't
saw the
know.
second one.
It's just we've never seen the third, fourth, and fifth one
Right.
on screen. So, like I can't wait until if we do get to those seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
But
Especially because it's
anywho,
been solid so far.
and I feel like would it kind of be cool to have we ever really had that where like a show with kid, kind of like a Harry Potter, but in show form. Like
Right.
it's through 5 or 6 years, you're seeing the kids kind of grow on screen. Like
Yeah,
that'd be kind of that.
that would be cool. I mean, Stranger Things kind of, but that's like such big
I guess,
breaks.
but that's yeah. I was gonna say that's because there's 2 freaking 3-year breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far so good. But yeah, I dug the last 2 episodes for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's kind of all I had on this. How many more episodes we have left? 4.
Yeah, I think 4 more. There's 8 in this one.
4. So we're about halfway. So we still got to get through. We did Medusa. We still got to get. Don't they go to? Don't they have to go to? No, maybe I'm thinking something else.
Yeah,
They have to go to the casino. Then they go down
to Hades. This is,
to Hades. But
yeah.
was there something in between there? I can't
I
remember.
don't remember.
I got to reread these books afterwards too.
Yeah, I want to for sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, good. It's been good. It's definitely made me want to reread them, which is a good sign for a series.
no, for sure. I want to reread them too. I just don't want to buy the books.
Yeah, I might get them from the
Maybe
library. We'll see.
I was gonna say I might go get. I know for a fact they have it at my library, so that's
Yeah,
not a bad idea actually.
yeah.
Good thinking. Alrighty,
All
what we got
right.
next?
So we have Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, episode 8 and 9.
Ooh, Monarch. Cool. Oh,
Okay, so
I
let's
thought
give
those were great episodes too.
let's give our score for episode 8. You want to start with episode 8 and then I'll start on episode 9?
Okay. So I'm conflicted on these two because I don't know which one I like better.
Okay.
But I think I liked episode 8 better. Uh, I loved the flashbacks again, of course.
Yep.
I loved the relationship, they showed. they started showing in the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
They finally started digging into a relationship. We learned a lot more about Hollow Earth.
Yep.
And once we get into spoilers, I'll talk about like a scene I really liked. But I liked that stuff. I still thought Tim was awesome.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, I loved the action. I loved the acting. I loved the flashbacks. I loved it's all connecting. This is kind of just a continuation of the last couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably give this one a. Ooh, let's see. I gave the other ones a 9 and an 8. I think I'd give this one probably an 8 as well.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I'd give this one an 8. I thought it was a great episode. Definitely liked the flashbacks. I pretty much agree with everything you said. Yeah, and when we get into spoilers, I want to talk about some things too, but Tim's great. This one I watched a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, the endings of both these episodes were like
really good.
Good cliffhangers, yeah, for sure. So yeah, I gave this one an 8. Mm-hmm. It was definitely a really good episode.
What do you think about episode 9?
I think I liked 9 a little bit better than this one, so I gave 9 a 9. So 8 and 8 and 9 and 9.
Opposite.
Yeah, I thought. How do you talk about episode 9 without spoilers? Let's see.
I know it's hard.
It was very well paced, good. I thought this one finally, I was like, okay, I'm invested in both the past and the present the same amount right now. Like the whole show, I've always been like, okay, the past is more interesting. I want to know more about that. But now it's finally like, okay, I'm hooked in both. Yeah. So
that's a good point.
That was good.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll talk more about it in the spoilers because there's a lot of spoiler stuff to get into.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end game. So.
Yeah, I loved the episode. I thought this was, I think this and the Bikini Island Atoll were the 2 best episodes so far.
Okay. See, I still think the Bikini Island one was, and what was it, episode 6 or 7 where Godzilla appeared in both. I think those
that was good too. That was good too, for sure.
But that being said, so I think I liked episode 8 more, but you might be able to change my mind on this because they're so close to me.
Yeah.
But I would still give this one an episode 8. Okay. I don't think it reaches the peak of those 2, but you could argue it does because you get so much lore and information in these ones to where it could easily be just as good for different reasons.
Yeah.
I would give it an 8. My mind could be changed.
Okay.
But everything you said, I agree with. I would give an 8. And like you said, we can't talk about these unless.
Yeah, not too much.
So.
All right. So this is your spoiler warning for Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, episodes 8 and 9.
All right.
Okay.
I'll start with episode 8, and then you can start with episode 9.
Sure.
So episode 8, I think the reason I like this more is maybe we're more interested in different things. Well, I'm not saying you're interested in it too, but I guess what I'm saying is I really love the character-driven. Like they finally started showing the relationship between Bill and what's her name, Kamiko or whatever.
Keiko, yeah.
Keiko, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool to see.
Her, is this when her kid was introduced too?
Yes.
This episode, right? Yeah.
Yep.
He was introduced in this, and her reasoning to why she's doing Monarch makes total sense. And I guess this one was so character driven, and the next one was too, especially with Shaw.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really liked like I said, I'm a sucker for romance, and I finally got to see their relationship a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it was a surprise that, like, for some reason in the first episode, I thought it was her and Bill Randa's kid, but
same.
Like, that was a surprise for sure.
Which I wonder if they purposely did that, right?
Yeah, that's possible for sure.
because they would have. I don't know. You're right. That was interesting because I thought it was like blood is dead. Like blood
Yeah.
related.
Yep.
And then I also liked the whole stuff with Shaw kind of going back to his captain or whatever, giving him the information. Hey, we didn't finish up Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And again, the ending I thought was great. The whole last 5-10 minutes, because again, Shaw isn't a bad guy,
Right.
and we see even more so in the next episode.
Yep.
But just the way the show has been portraying him, it's like, oh, he's kind of, you shouldn't be rooting for him.
Right. I love how they're
But
doing
ending
that.
was, yeah, I do too. It's so good. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
I love the acting. I will say there's a couple things in episode 9 that could make me like this more, and when I talk about it, I might change my mind. But as of right now, yeah, I just loved the character driven. Oh, and then also the way Hollow Earth was explained, how Bill was just laying there and saw the ant going into the paper.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool moment.
I really liked that.
That was my favorite part of episode 8, I think. Was that realization after seeing that. That was pretty cool.
And they foreshadowed at the beginning, how do we get ants down here, right?
Yeah.
Like four stories underground. But I thought that was a really cool way for him to realize, like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with Hollow Earth, how I love this because we didn't know this in the movies. It's all portals. It's how they travel.
Right.
And it makes total sense that they travel underground. But they don't really explain that in the movies, do they? Or at least before
not really.
versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
But it makes total sense. And also, which we don't find out till the next episode, with how we can't go in there.
Yeah.
Unless we ride behind a monster.
Yep. That makes sense.
Which makes sense how we've never really like found it or been in there, because how could you come back?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just love, which we kind of you did specifically predicted it back in that Alaska episode.
Yep.
But anyways, yeah, that's my episode 8. The acting, everything, the explanation of Hollow Earth, how they're traveling, the stuff, Tim working with the 3 main kids, they're not being annoying. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
There is one nitpick. This is just, I liked it at first, but then I thought about it and it was kind of stupid. And again, I am totally nitpicking. Like, this is a nitpick.
Okay.
Is who was it? Bill or Shaw punches the wall, and then in the future, like, that hole's still there. Is no one going to fix that in 60 years?
Yeah.
Like, no one fixed that.
And they're like, that's government for you. Like, that was their excuse.
Yeah. Like, at first, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. It's The Office. But then I'm like, wait, I'm like 60 so years. And again, this is such a nitpick. It's like, has nothing that affects the story.
Right.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. What about you on episode 8?
Yeah, I tend to agree with all of that. Like, I loved seeing him realizing the Hollow Earth theory, like the ant going through, and that they're portals, and some of that stuff. It's in episode 9, I think, right, where we find out that we have to like follow a Titan to make the portals work. But yeah, the fact that they're portals to a different,
they're used for in this episode,
right?
We just don't know how you can. Sorry.
Yeah. And yeah, so I love that part. And seeing the like their headquarters still being the same one that Bill used, and that was cool. The surprise of Hiroshi and Hiko being a widow was really interesting. I did not see that coming. And
her reasoning, right? Like why she's working for work.
Yep. I guess we could talk about it more in episode 9, but I feel so bad for Bill. Like, I feel like he got the worst end of everything. But we'll talk about that more when we get to episode 9.
I'm already, I'm thinking about it, but man, I actually, I'll wait to reserve my
Okay.
My judgment. So I'm thinking about episode 9. I'm like, God, there's so much good story elements in that too, not just lore.
Yeah,
But
I feel like the reason I gave 8 and 8 and 9 and 9 is 8 was great, but it set up so much for 9 that 9 paid off really well. Like
that's true.
I feel
It
like
did
the
pay off.
payoff was amazing, and there is a lot of lore and background stuff that's really cool in 8. But then I feel like they actually did something with it in 9, which is also really cool to see.
Yeah. Any negatives for episode 8?
The only thing I really wrote down is like the reasoning for sending the kids, the trio, after Shaw was a little bit like, why not? Like the story needs us to. Let's just go ahead and send them. Like,
Yeah.
To me, I was like, yeah, okay.
Family, man. It's like Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Family.
Yeah. So that was a little weird, but you know, that's kind of nitpicky. So yeah, that was about the main thing, I think. Let me see. I think that's episode 9. Yeah, that
So
was
both
really...
of us, episode 8 gets an 8.
Yeah.
So it's still great, way above average.
Yeah,
it's excellent.
Loved the episode for sure.
Yep. Not too much we dislike at all. There's just some episodes we liked more.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, episode 9. I'll let you start with this one.
So, what score did you give episode 9?
I gave it a tentative 8.
Tentative 8. Okay. And I think that's fair for this episode, for sure. Kind of like I said before, they paid off a lot of stuff that's been set up. Let's see. I loved seeing them go. So episode 8 ended on a cliffhanger where Kate, May, and Shaw fell into Hollow Earth. So seeing that, like, seeing Hollow Earth was awesome. I loved seeing that. Mm-hmm. And I loved that at the beginning we saw Shaw doing, was it Operation Hourglass? I think they called it.
Yes. Yep.
And seeing that, and then also, so we basically got to see the past timeline go into Hollow Earth and the current timeline go into Hollow Earth at the same time, and I thought that was a good way to get us invested in both.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the CG in Hollow Earth was awesome. Like the lightning parts looked cool.
It looked cool. Yeah.
The boar thing looked really cool. I liked the effects of in the past when they went in, and it went all like slow motion. It went kind of like Thor Ragnarok-y. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it like kind of did the slow-mo zoom around. And yeah. I really thought those elements looked really good. I also think Kentaro finally got a decent scene with his dad.
Yes.
Which I've been waiting for that scene. Unfortunately, at this point, it's kind of like he's given up. But which is understandable. I feel so bad for Kentaro because he's got like survivor's guilt now. He thinks they're dead. He's meeting his dad again, and he's like pissed off at him. And
he's actually a character again because they backlined him.
Yeah, backburnered him.
Sidelined him. Yeah, for like the last 3 episodes because of Kate and May's relationship.
Which I have a feeling they're going to do something with that next episode, but you know, that's beside the point.
Man, I actually thought that scene with his dad was excellent. That might be one of the best scenes in the series for me, to be honest. I thought that was well acted.
Very humanizing to Kentaro. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the one downside about this episode, the one thing that I am still kind of confused at, they could answer it later, but I can kind of see, I see why Hiroshi is pissed off at Shaw, kind of. He's just kind of pissed off at the entire situation, that he keeps losing people and he's not sure why, but I still don't fully understand the reasoning of him locking him up in that old folks home. Like, why punish Shaw after he's come back? Like, I don't know. That just feels kind of weird to me.
And I agree. And you're right. Like, I get that he's moved on and accepted it. But I mean, wouldn't you show a little bit of excitement? Like, oh my God, my uncle is alive.
Yeah.
Is he like mad at him for, I don't know. I guess I didn't understand that either.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of people to be mad at, but you have someone back now. Like, wouldn't you try?
And it's not like he did anything like when he came back, it's not like he said anything rude or anything to Hiroshi.
Right. So
Like,
I don't fully understand Hiroshi as a character yet, and we barely know him, I
really?
guess. But
I mean, maybe he's just hardened, right? Because they mentioned that Bill kind of went cuckoo,
yeah,
and his mom died, and then Shaw was gone for a while. So maybe he's just like a hardened dick now.
yeah. And I mean, it kind of seems that way because he then has two families and is doing all this weird shit with. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I feel so bad for Bill Randa, especially like watching King Kong recently and see how he goes out. It's like he died without knowing that like Shaw comes back and is fine. Spoiler alert that Kiko's back. And like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's the most tragic character in this for sure.
Oh, I agree.
He just kind of goes crazy. All his people go away, and then he dies on Skull Island. Like, yeah.
I know. That sounds depressing.
Yeah.
You're right, because Shaw, it sucked for him, right? He got trapped. We still don't know how long. It didn't seem like he was gone for that long in Hollow Earth.
Yeah, but it ended up being 20 years. Yeah.
Which I'm very curious of, because how long was that? And then how long are they going to be down there in the next episode?
Right. So my theory for that is they're going to be down there until at least after King of Monsters.
I was thinking that too, because
if not, like Godzilla versus Kong, maybe.
Because this is setting up. I feel like this is setting up for Godzilla King of Monsters, because all the portals are right. They're burning hot. Like,
yeah.
So you're right. Maybe while King of Monsters is happening, they're down there.
Yeah.
And then they come out afterwards, or maybe even after Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
But I doubt these characters are going to be in the new Godzilla movie. It would be cool if they were, but
yeah, even just for a second, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But still, though, that makes you wonder about what's his face? God, I can't think of his name. Does the brother? What's his name again?
Kentaro.
That makes you wonder, like, is he going to go down there, or is he staying up there? And then, like, he kind of, how long are they going to be down there for? You know?
Yeah, if he stays up, he's going to think they're dead for like years, probably, which definitely sucks for him. He's going to have a lot of guilt that he's going to process through that, and then they're going to come back, and it's going to be like, oh, also your grandmother's back too. Like, what?
I don't know. And she still looks like young.
Yeah.
But they didn't explain exactly how long, like when you're down there, how long,
right?
And on the top of Earth, not Hollow Earth, it is, right? They didn't explain that.
They did not.
Specific time.
Yeah, they did not explain a specific time, and it could be different, maybe through different portals or in different places. Like, I feel like they're leaving it open ended so that they have some wiggle room.
In Godzilla versus Kong, didn't people go down into Hollow Earth?
Yes, and there was not really time dilation, so that's kind of why I think it might be like different places in Hollow Earth do have different time dilations, or like, yeah,
or there's retconning it.
Yeah, that could be true.
Because when Shaw was explaining when he was down there, it didn't seem like he was down there for that long.
Right. It was like they did the mission. They like started the mission, got there, had like 10 minutes there where they're like doing like experiments, and then
and then like they start getting attacked and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Shaw and them, they even in this episode, they were like he was screaming and walking around for 20 minutes in itself.
Right.
So
So it could be that they were down there longer for that other mission, and they just kind of fast forwarded it, or the time dilation's different in different places.
I would say each portal maybe is. I wonder if each portal is different too. I don't know. That's a good. I wonder if they'll go into that.
I'm sure they'll. Well, they could just not explain it and be like, "Yeah, it works. Just don't think about it too hard."
Maybe it's better just not to explain it. Just go with the flow. It's a freaking monster show.
Yeah.
Anything else? I know we kind of got sidetracked.
Let's see. It seemed like they showed a couple new like the Muto versus Godzilla scene on the TV seemed like a new shot, which was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. That was cool seeing a little hint of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then so Kiko ends up alive, which I called. I don't know if you remember, but I remember. That was the theory that I threw out there, and so that's pretty cool. Because it just felt so weird that they killed this important character in the first. Was it the first episode? I think it was the first episode, right?
It was the end of the first episode. Yep.
Yeah, and
because that's what we're complaining. Like we don't know these characters.
Right. Yeah. So that was cool. That was a moment I was like, oh yeah, I was right, which is fun.
I figured the second I knew that there was a portal there, I'm like, oh, duh, she survived.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't know that in the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
You called it before everything.
Yeah, so that was cool. I'm interested to see. I feel like I'm thinking about it from her perspective. She hasn't been down there that long, and then she at the end of this episode, she runs into Kate, who ends up being her granddaughter, and so that's gonna be like a weird moment. Yeah,
because I was thinking on the side of Kate,
right?
But now I'm like, wait, I didn't think about it being on Kiko's side. Wow, you're right. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
It's like, hello,
I will say you're right.
I
will say you're right. This episode sets up like that. Hopefully, like awesome scenes in the next. Like this, I hope this finale doesn't fumble.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'll tell you now, if this finale sticks, God, this show was excellent.
Yeah.
Like this could be like a 9 out of 10 show for me if this finale sticks.
Yep. So the cliffhanger was seeing Keiko. I wonder what's going to happen in episode 10. Are we going to see Godzilla? Is he going to be in Hollow Earth? Or is something going to come out of Hollow Earth and they're going to follow it out?
Maybe, like you said, maybe this sets up, or maybe they get out as Godzilla King of the Monsters is happening, and the monsters are all kind of going out.
Yeah, so they follow like Rodin, or they follow one of the monsters. That's possible, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, and then it would kind of like connect into Godzilla King of Monsters.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool.
And then next season will be like between King of Monsters and Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, and then the season after that.
They did set up, with Mecha Godzilla, so.
Yep.
Man, that could be interesting. Any negatives?
I think I talked about it. The heroes, like him being pissed off, like I still don't understand why.
That's right.
But other than that, I don't really think so.
Yeah.
I think for next episode, I'm gonna call it that. I'm probably not gonna like whatever they do with May and Kate, but that's for future episodes. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think that's really the only
negative for me. Even these last 2 episodes, it's always May and Kate asking about each other. No one ever asks about
Kentaro. Yeah.
No one does. I mean, I get.
Yeah. I mean, that's why May fell. Yeah, that's why May fell and not Kentaro, because they're setting up that. So, yeah. Yeah,
and I get it, right? Because Kate saw May fall, or vice versa. Who fell first? Kate or May fell first, right?
May fell first, yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, I get, like, they're concerned about that, but, like, hello, what about your brother? You're not curious? Oh, my God, what happened to him, too? Not once did they say what's happened to him.
Right. Yep.
Which I get why Shaw didn't, because Shaw's like, we got to get the heck out of here.
Right. He knows time is ticking.
Yeah. But that's still a big. If there's anything in the show, that's the biggest negative. It's definitely the relationships of the big three.
Yeah. And weird love triangle for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, Kate used to be my least favorite character, but ever since that, what was the San Francisco episode or the snow episode? Oh, no, the snow episode. May has been my least favorite character.
Yeah, I feel like they're not really doing anything with May. Like,
which is weird because I liked her in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, she was fine, and then yeah, I agree with you.
Her whole character was based off of worrying about Kate.
Yeah, which is so weird. I did not see that being where they went with it.
No, and I know she did have a little arc of her wanting to go back home.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's been Kate. Oh, what does Kate think? What does May think? Oh my God, what about Kentaro?
Yep.
What about my boy? And when Kentaro gets scenes, like he's a good actor, and like I'm interested in, like, he, out of all three of the main characters, he's the most interesting, but he gets the least amount of focus.
Yeah, he definitely does.
But okay, so I agree with everything you said. I will say they, like, the way they did Shaw this episode was so interesting.
Yeah, Shaw was really good.
Said, yeah, like seeing that whole first 10 minutes or whatever of, what was it, Operation Hourglass was so interesting.
Yeah, that
like,
was a really cool scene. I didn't even talk about that much. There was a lot in this episode.
there was a lot. And then even the after effect of, like, it kind of getting metal down there.
Yep.
And even the little subtle relationship of Shaw and Bill at the very end, kind of cracking jokes.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they kind of knew, like, this will probably be our last time we see each other.
This could be the end, yeah.
But I thought that scene was awesome, and the thing falling, and then I don't remember if it was when he was explaining it later on, like he was looking out the window and you could see, like, the monster flying or something like that. I don't know if you noticed that little subtle thing.
I'm trying to remember which
when Shaw's falling in that tube down to Hollow Earth.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a second.
Was that Rodin? You could, like, it looked like,
I don't know,
a Rodin kind of character.
You could see, like, a weird, lightning and stuff, and like a creature flying, and
yeah, that was cool.
And I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah.
And also, something I found interesting with Shaw, and I wonder if this is how they meant it, is like, so after, he gets put in the elderly home, so, it's almost like it's almost like, he was taking the pills for all these years and stuff. It's almost like he started to believe maybe I am crazy.
Yeah.
But then, like, the second he saw, like, Godzilla and Namuto fighting, he's like, wait a second. So was that, like, where he was like, was that more of him giving up, or more of him like, maybe I am a little crazy?
Yeah, that could be. To me, I thought he had just kind of, like, given up, but he definitely, especially getting like meds to, like, mess with your mind. I could see him thinking he is crazy, and yeah.
But then he saw that, he's like, wait a second.
And he knew, like, oh man, this is what we were worried about.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really cool seeing, because we obviously knew he wasn't at home, but we didn't, like, how he got there and all that. It kind of connected the pieces.
Right.
And then even him waking up and it being the future, he saw, like, the rocket ship going into space on the TV.
Yep.
There's a couple other little things he saw that he's like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
But it did feel weird because, and I get why Monarch would be sketchy with him and want to observe him, but you're right, his nephew, like, it was so odd. I like at the first scene when his nephew was there, I'm like, oh God, he's okay. Someone's there to be with him. Like when he was like threatening the lady and he came.
Which was that lady? Like, oh, okay. Was that lady Kentaro's mother?
I think yes, because they set that up later, right? Like,
yeah, because they have that scene together, and in that scene, I was like, that seems like it's Kentaro's mother, but it wasn't really said.
No, it wasn't said, but I kind of got that too, because later they were talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene, I was like, oh, finally someone that could, like, help him understand, and then, like, And then yeah, from there, I don't want to say it went downhill, but it's just not what I expected.
Yeah.
And then the Hollow Earth stuff, I agree with you. The lightning looked cool. Uh, the whole time stuff is interesting to me too.
Yeah.
And then the dad scene with
Kentaro.
Kentaro again was a great scene.
Yep.
And like I felt bad for both in a sense.
Yeah.
Like it was just that was a great scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cliffhanger ending. So yeah, I guess this episode does have a lot of character driven stuff too, which I guess what you could put on top of this episode, like you were kind of saying, this one does dig into characters and relationships still with Kentaro and his dad, and definitely Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
And it pays off to what the last episode was set up. So you're right in that sense.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing Hollow Earth. We're seeing these things happen. We're seeing the flashbacks of how Shaw went to Hollow Earth. We're actually getting the answers to questions, which like I was worried we never would.
Right. Yeah.
So, man, it was a good episode. I'll say besides, really, to be honest, really the only bad episode for me that I agree with you with is the snow one.
Yeah. Snow one was.
You could argue
really
maybe
sweet.
the next one too, but the next one was not as bad as the snow one, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It was the San Francisco one.
Yeah. I think the San Francisco one was better than the snow one.
But that snow one, besides Kentaro's flashbacks, that was. But I'll group the San Francisco one in there. Besides those two episodes, this show has been great, man.
Yeah,
like after those two episodes, it rebounded so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
definitely agree.
The last 4 episodes have probably been the best episodes.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, it's been a great run of episodes for sure.
It's surprisingly too, because I was kind of like what you said, like after the snow one in San Francisco, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like a different show compared to the first 4?
Yeah, it does.
Like I was thinking about that. Like it feels like a different show.
Yeah, they definitely hit their stride. Like it was it like lulled there for a little bit and then they went right back into it.
Like these last 4 episodes is what I wanted the whole show to be. And I know there's people complaining, oh, there's not even any monsters or anything. People are stupid.
Yeah.
People go into these shows expecting, like, don't be stupid.
Yeah. I don't get that. It's
I see reviews or comments of people like, oh, there's not any monsters. It's just people talking. I'm like, oh, what did you expect?
Yeah.
And you can't ding it on that. You ding it on what it is. And it's not a monster-driven show. Yes, it's there, obviously.
It's the
but
legacy of monsters, not... It's not monster fights. Monarch monster fights is a different show.
That's funny. Yeah, exactly. It's the legacy of monsters. So when I see people complain and rate it low because of that, it's invalid to me.
Yeah.
If it's not your type of show, it's not your type of show. That's fine. But don't rate it just because you expected monster action.
Right. Go watch Godzilla vs. Kong if you want that. That's what those are for.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 other movies you could freaking watch that you can in the same universe that has the action for you.
Yep.
So I'm loved for what it is. Actually, just a show in general. It's a well acted show.
Yeah.
It's a well written show for the most part.
Yeah.
The CGI is good. It's actually 10 episodes, which I love.
I like that. Yep, for sure.
So it's been a fun ride. I'm loving it. Man, the last couple months with the Godzilla stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm very glad we decided to watch this show. Has not disappointed.
We got this, and we had freaking Godzilla -1, and then we're having Godzilla and Kong in a few months.
Yep.
So we're getting some good Godzilla action.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like you said. The only negative I really had was the same old May and Kate stuff.
So next week is the finale.
That's right.
That's crazy.
The finale. Please go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Please don't. I'm so worried it's gonna go out flat, man.
That would suck. So hopefully it doesn't.
Like the build up to these last 4 episodes, like I'm telling you, if it went out with a bang, oh, awesome show.
We need another season, so please don't
Mhm.
disappoint.
My dad's enjoying the show too. He's been watching it.
Very
and
cool.
he actually agrees with us. He thought the 2 episodes, the snow one and the San Francisco one, were awful. That was his words. He's a little more harsh.
Yeah.
But then he's like, man, this show's picked up real good after those 2 episodes.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
yeah, because sometimes he has different takes than us. He's
yeah, because he's very black and white. It's either amazing or it sucks.
Yeah.
And yeah, so those 2 middle episodes sucked, he said. And then the other episodes he loves.
That makes sense.
There's no middle ground for him.
Yeah.
But there's actually, for me, it's the opposite. There's way more middle ground for me than it sucks or it's good.
Yeah.
Very rarely. I think only once or twice. Actually, I think just once, right? Is the only thing we gave a 10 out of 10 Godzilla -1?
I think that might be true.
Maybe an episode here.
Episode of Ahsoka, maybe, but yeah.
Like, I think we don't just give out 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
Sure, I think most of our reviews have been 6s and 7s and
Positives,
5s.
Yeah.
Except for this show, for some reason.
The thing is, we're choosing things that to watch that we are pretty sure that we want to watch. Yeah. So it makes sense that there could be a lot of positives.
Hey, I still think, well, I think we're more critical than a lot of people. Like, I'm not going to say negative, but, people get excited, like with Loki. I know I got to forget what everyone's, it's 9s out of 10s, and for me, it's like 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
But I try to be level-headed. Like, just because I'm a fanatic, like Star Wars, I still want to be like, okay, like, this is good, but it could be better.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have to say that, but 9 out of 10 times we do have to say that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this has been a fun show to review.
Yeah, I agree.
It's probably been my as far as like what shows we've reviewed, this might, especially if next episode lands, this might be one of my more favorite shows we've talked about.
Yeah, this and Ahsoka are the 2 that I've enjoyed talking about the most.
Oh yeah, I mean, Star Wars is Star Wars, of course. Yeah, I guess I should say it's definitely the most unexpected favorite show.
Yes, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I was not even planning to watch it, and then you brought it up, and I'm very glad you did.
Yeah, well, so am I. Because with Ahsoka, we are like,
we knew we were watching that one.
Whether we hate or love it, like it's just gonna be fun to talk about. Period.
Right.
But anyways, that's all I got. I'm excited. I predict that. Are they going to get out of Hollow Earth the last episode? Do you think or no?
I think that might be the ending cliffhanger, is them escaping with the King of the Monsters breakout or something.
That'd be an interesting ending where they escape and it's either the aftermath of King of. Oh, I guess it would have to be at the same time if they go out with a monster.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool, though.
That would be cool.
Seeing like the chaoticness of like what's been happening up there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I hope we get a season 2, because seeing this, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but seeing at the very beginning of the season, seeing like Tokyo's, like big missiles and all this stuff for protection, and the warnings and sirens go in the subway. Like, what would it be after King of the Monsters?
Yeah, that would be interesting, because we haven't really seen too much of that.
No,
we've seen a little bit in Godzilla vs. Kong, maybe, but we didn't really see that part of it.
No, and they just did that with Godzilla and the Muto. So imagine with like all these other monsters, like full destruction.
Right. Yeah.
I really hope we get a second season, but I don't know if this is a one-off or not.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. We'll probably hear shortly after the finale if they've renewed it or something.
Yeah. But anyways, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think that's all I got too. I'm excited for the for the finale to see what happens.
This Friday, right? Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sweet. And we'll get to talk about it. It'll be fresh in our minds. We'll do another one on
true.
Sunday. That'll be sweet.
Yep. Is there any other thing you've been playing or watching? Anything else you've been doing this week?
Yeah, I have been watching one other show,
Okay.
which you should watch. It is good, and you probably heard of it. It's called Reacher. Reacher. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, yeah. Is that about Jack Reacher?
Yeah, it's about Jack Reacher. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I watched the first season. It's 8 episodes. Why is everything 8 episodes? But it is such a good show.
Okay.
Like it was. Like just off of a whim, if I were to give that first season a rating, I'd probably give it a 8 or 9 out of 10. Like for the
Wow.
full season.
Nice.
Like it was, and I just started the second season, and it's the actor who plays Reacher is awesome.
Who is it that plays Reacher?
I don't know his name. He was in a couple other things, but the dude is freaking huge.
Yeah, I feel like I saw that he was huge. Who is it?
He's huge.
Oh, Alan Ritchson. Okay, yeah, I know him.
He like they play into that in the show, like because they kind of people think he's some big dumb dude, but he's actually freaking intelligent and smart.
Yeah.
So
he was in that Blue Mountain State show. He was really funny in that.
And he was in another thing. I know we've
been
seen
in a few things.
I think just
he was in a movie
roles,
called
right?
Laser Team. I remember seeing that one. What else has he been in?
Yeah, he is funny in this too. I'm telling you, I think you would enjoy the show. And it's only 8 episodes. And I think season 2 is on now, and I think there's like 6 out.
Okay.
But if you ever
he was in Catching Fire. That's right.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Yep. But you should. You would like it. It's
I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
Especially maybe after Monarch finishes,
we'll need something else. Jujutsu Kaisen finished season 2.
Oh yeah. Did it end strong?
Oh, it ended so strong. That arc was possibly one of the craziest anime arcs I've ever seen ever.
Dang.
Yeah, it's insane.
I need to finish this thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what now? Yeah, I do need to finish it. I might start back up on that again.
Yeah.
I was like 8 or 10 episodes in season 1.
Yeah, you were 10.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch Chainsaw Man now to get ready for the movie.
I know, I need to watch that. When does that movie come out?
I don't know. Let's see.
I will definitely watch that and go see the movie in theaters.
Yeah, and Chainsaw Man's quick. It's only 12 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And it's really good.
Is this common in animes to have a first season and then a movie and then more seasons?
Certain animes, yeah. Yeah. And sometimes, like with Dragon Ball Z stuff, they have like movies that don't really matter to the story. But like with Jujutsu Kaisen, it's like a prequel, so you don't necessarily have to see it, but it does give you more like backstory.
More, yeah.
So that's how a lot of them are, where it's not like mandatory, but you get more out of it.
It heightens
yeah.
Interesting. I do need to catch up on it. I know I keep saying that, but I did actually really like it.
Yeah. Okay, so could put out its release date as early as 2024 or as late as 2025. So we don't know is the answer.
So I got time to watch that.
Yeah, you got time.
But yeah, besides Reacher, which again, I do really recommend that show. Even if we don't talk about it on here, it's a good show.
Yeah, or even just like reviewing the whole season as a whole or something. We could do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And then I feel like I did watch a movie, but I don't remember. Must have not been that good. And I've been playing Resident Evil and Darksider still. And God, I know I keep telling you, dude, but Resident Evil is so good.
Yeah,
the remake, Resident Evil remake.
I've been playing
so good.
Mario RPG, which is really good.
How is that?
I never played it, the original.
I didn't either.
But it's been really fun. It feels like if Final Fantasy just like got right to the point where it's not like tons of like cutscenes and you're waiting around like learning about all the characters. It's just like, okay, we're starting. Okay, you're fighting. Okay, there's a giant sword. Like it just like gets right into it and it just goes. And it's a lot of fun. The combat's fun. Like it has like
So
time.
you are digging it?
Yeah, I'm really liking it. It has like quick time things or where you have to like press the button at the right time to keep you engaged in the combat. The characters are funny. The
Oh,
story's really cute and funny. Yeah, I like it a lot so far.
so in the combat with the quick time, if you like you hit it, is it like does it attack stronger or
Yeah, it's
something like
kind of
that?
like Paper Mario where you'll do a normal attack if you miss it, but if you time it right, it'll do more damage and it'll hit more enemies too. It'll do like a splash damage kind of
Interesting.
thing.
I like that to kind of
Yeah.
keep you engaged.
Yep.
How long? Do you know how long
It's
Mario
not
RPG takes?
it's not that long. I want to say like 10 or 12 hours or less.
Oh, okay. So not
One,
like
two,
really for
eight.
RPGs, not really like grinding or anything.
Yeah. Okay. A standard first time playthrough should take you 15 to 17 hours. You can finish the main story in about 10 to 12.
Oh, okay. That's. I mean, for me, I like shorter games, so that's a good time frame for me.
Yeah.
I know I'm weird. I don't care for the big open worlds anymore. I know. Yeah. And then you were you playing any Mario Wonder yet?
Yeah, Mario Wonder's really fun. Just like bite sized.
Mm-hmm.
Just jump in, do a level or two. I think I'm on like World 3 or something, World 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it's been really fun.
And man, some of those levels get hard.
Yeah, I did one that was like up in the secret level area up in the sky.
Oh,
That
yeah.
that was a tough one. That took me a few tries. It was those are some of my favorite levels though in all the game in all games where it's just like you
Yeah.
just start it over and over until you get it. It's addicting.
Yeah, it's which one? If I mean they're different, but
They're
which one
very
are you kind
different.
of enjoying a little bit more?
I think I'm more hooked on Mario RPG just because I've heard about it for so long and it's really cool
Yeah.
seeing like Gino. I know that's been a character everybody's been dying for in Smash Bros. So it's cool to see that
Mm.
character and get to know what that character is. And yeah, that's been really cool. And the game's
Are the
beautiful. Like the
I was gonna
remaster
say how
part
are the
is
graphics?
it's really good.
Is it kind of
Um,
like the 2D, 3D?
uh, not kind of, not really. I mean, it, when I look at screenshots of the old one, you can tell it's the same game, but man, it looks so nice with the new graphics. Like they really did a good job. Um, yeah, making the graphics up to date and look really cool.
Modernizing it.
And like the special attacks, they're special attacks, and they have like really cool effects and look really good.
Oh, I excuse me. I definitely want to play that.
Yeah, you
I will
should.
play.
You'll like it. I think that's like the perfect RPG for you. Not 100
Yeah,
hours, you know. It's
yeah,
goofy, it's fun. Um, it's Mario
yeah.
characters. And there's so
Which
many
always makes it
enemies.
more
There's like
fun.
yeah, they did a really good job of
That
just like
that's good to hear. Because sometimes you see like too many of the same enemies in
yeah, or
games.
just like slightly reskinned, but no, there's a lot of
Mhm.
enemy variety.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it sounds right up my alley. Because I like RPGs, but I just don't like the time for
Yeah.
RPGs, which kind of contradicts itself. But
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
you'll definitely like it.
okay, well, I'll definitely have to try that eventually. Well, I know I saw you had been on PlayStation in a while.
Yeah, I've been playing well, I mean I've been sick,
Mhm.
so I've also just been kind of laying around doing nothing,
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
feel better, but um yeah,
I know
it's been
sometimes when you're
cool.
sick, you don't even want to play games. You don't want to
Yeah.
focus.
That's why Mario Wonder and Mario RPG, they're just like quicker,
Easy.
bite sized, yeah, easy.
That's true. That is a good game. Like is a good system to play when you're sick because if
Yeah.
you might feel good for an hour, like oh, I might play something quick and easy,
Yep.
or you can play in handheld right while you're laying in bed, kind of not
Right.
feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sweet. Yeah, like I said, just Darksiders for me, which I haven't beat it yet. I'm almost done. Because
Nice.
I've been switching between that and oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. That and Resident Evil 4. So I've kind of
Yeah.
been flipping between both of them, and I'm digging both of them, of course. And then I think this is going to be so random, but I think my next game after these two, I think I'm actually going to finish. I'm going to start again, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay. Maybe I'll do that too.
Just because, number one, it's an easy game to play when kids are awake,
True.
and they will love watching I play that game.
Yeah, they will. That's very true.
And I've never beaten it, and I saw something on it the other day. I'm like, I need to freaking beat this game again, or
Yeah,
beat it.
I need to also.
Never beat it. I never beat it. So I think that's gonna be my next one after these two.
Okay. I need to do God of War Ragnarok still.
I do want to play the DLC for God of War Ragnarok. I've heard that's good.
Okay, yeah.
God of War Valhalla.
Nice. Yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's free?
Yeah, it was a free update, and people are
Sweet.
saying, like, how's this free? It added like 20, 30 hours to the game.
Dang. Yeah, I might need to do that too then.
So, like, apparently, I haven't read too much into it, but apparently it's like a roguelike where you're in Valhalla and, you're going to, it's a roguelike. You die, build up your character.
You start over.
Apparently they have scenes of like flashbacks of like the old games and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it digs into his past and stuff. I've heard it's really good and it was free.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, but yeah, you do need to finish God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Before anything.
And then Last of Us.
Well, yeah, Last of Us. Although if you want, you could wait to play it closer to when season 2 comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're itching to play it.
If I get the itch to play it, I will. If not, I'll probably put it off. There's a lot of other games.
You definitely, I will say, maybe you should play it. Well, you haven't seen the show either. Oh. God, you gotta, okay, so you definitely should play the first game and watch the first season before season 2 comes out.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you, man. If you want to play, the second game before the second season starts, you can. I will say it will be a lot easier for me to talk about it. If you did play the second game.
I think I will do that, probably.
Otherwise, I'll have to hold my tongue on a lot of things, even when we're talking about the show.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll want to do that for sure.
But yeah, you do got to play those. And I don't know if you ever played them, but the Uncharted games are actually really fun.
Yeah, I do. I've never played them, but I should.
You should. Those are more like just fun, 10-hour adventure games.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
And actually, I was thinking too. I do need to beat the Final Fantasy VII remake too, because
that's a good
Rebirth
one.
comes out.
Yeah.
When does that come out? In March?
February or March, yeah.
February. So I really do. Maybe that might actually have to be my next one, because I have to beat that before that comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few games at the beginning of this year.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna get Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And then obviously we have
Final Fantasy.
I feel like there's one more I'm missing.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
But yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I don't know why I was having the itch to play that, but
yeah, no, I've wanted to beat that one. I shouldn't have let it just sit there when I was on like the last boss.
I know. Are you just gonna restart it?
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah. Besides, as far as gaming and shows and movies, I think that's it. Been watching sports. There's been some good football and basketball games.
Nice, yeah. Football, not so much for me, but
no, well, trust me, not for me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cardinals, hot garbage.
Well, they did good against the Eagles. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
unfortunately. I
Yeah, I
actually would
know.
have rather them lost.
Yeah,
But
that's how it goes.
yeah, I know team morale and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Uh, but went from number 2 to like number 4 or 5 pick.
Yeah.
Um, and let's be real, the Chargers are hot garbage too.
Yes. Although I'm glad they fired their
Which
coach, so
I didn't think I'd be saying that, to be honest.
it
Like
was just
at this
Staley.
point.
Yeah, just because of Staley.
So yeah, I mean, next year, guys. Well, you guys better be better next year.
Yeah, with Harbaugh. Oops.
Yeah, you think? You think?
I think.
What about Belichick?
I don't think it'll be Belichick. It could be, but
I don't know though. Like he does good with a good quarterback. He has Herbert, and he has insane defenses.
yeah.
As much as people bag Belichick now,
I
he
wouldn't
could be a
hate
good
it.
fit.
I wouldn't hate it. That's for sure. I just don't think. I think Harbaugh's more likely. I think Harbaugh likes Herbert a lot.
Yeah. I look. I just say I think Belichick would be a great fit for the Chargers with a good quarterback.
Yeah, he would be a good fit.
Get your defense better, and I mean, if you guys didn't have Herbert, I would say no. Yeah. We see what Belichick can't do without a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Either or will be an upgrade for you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, my second team, the Brownies, man, they're going to playoffs. I'm going to.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Going to a party that's next weekend. During the wild card weekend.
Nice.
To watch the Browns, because I'm telling you, the fans out here, man,
they're crazy, huh?
They're wild, man. These Browns fans, they're committed. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Even when I went to that Cardinals-Browns game in Cleveland, like, man, they're hardcore, dude. It makes me want I wonder if it's because the Arizona Cardinals, it's like Arizona's more of a not most fans aren't from Arizona.
Yeah.
Like it's more of like a travel sport or sports town, I should say.
Right.
Like, well, like here, like the Cleveland fans are like born and bred.
Right. Yeah, I could see that being a different kind of feel.
Oh, definitely. And I know Cleveland gets a bad rep, but like around the stadium, there's like miles and miles of bars and restaurants and parties.
Nice.
And the Phoenix downtown actually sucks, which like downtown Phoenix, for being a big city, it's not a good downtown.
Yeah, I hate downtown.
Yeah. At least relative to Chicago or Cleveland or Pittsburgh or those those downtowns. But anyways, let's go Browns because our teams are out. We got to find.
Yeah, I'll root for the Browns.
I'm rooting for the Browns and Lions Super Bowl, man.
That would be cool. That would be.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Oh.
But yeah, in the AFC, of course, I'm rooting for the Browns. NFC, I would love the Lions to go.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the 49ers.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, if we got to be real, the 49ers are probably the best. Well, that or the Ravens, right?
Yeah, the Ravens are a good team.
But the thing is, though, with the Browns, like they're in their division, and they usually beat them once a year. So, like, if I was any other team besides the Browns, I'd be scared of the Ravens. But I don't think the Browns are scared of the Ravens. They play them twice a year.
And divisional games, like if you play them, you never know what's going to happen just because of the familiarity.
So if I was a Ravens fan, the Browns would be the last team I'd want to play.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
But yeah, let's do a Super Bowl prediction before the playoffs start. We don't know the last couple of teams I'll be in the playoffs. I think like whoever wins either the Jags or the Bills will be in the playoffs. Whoever wins or loses their games. But let's be real, they wouldn't win Super Bowl anyway. So what's your Super Bowl prediction? Who will go there and who will win?
Realistically, I think it'll probably be. I think I'm leaning 49ers Ravens, honestly. The Ravens have looked really dominant. Yeah. And I think the Ravens will win.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been really hot recently.
They have, but they never really do good in the playoffs, and
That's
Lamar
true.
Jackson does not do good in the playoffs
That's true.
historically.
That could be a big factor. Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
I like Baltimore
I
too.
love,
I was born in Maryland. I lived near Baltimore, so I'd be down to root for them. So I may be a little bit of a homer on that.
I like Baltimore. I don't. They're not my favorite. Like I do not
Yeah.
like Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
Lamar Jackson, he's okay. He's fun to watch. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I don't like what they did to my boy Flacco.
Hey.
Honestly, and maybe I'm being a homer, but I truly do think the Browns have a shot going to Super Bowl. I
Yeah,
really
I think
do.
they
With that
could.
defense and with Flacco now, I think Flacco was the missing piece.
Yeah.
So maybe we're both being homers, but I could actually see the Browns going to Super Bowl.
That would be pretty cool.
Chiefs always are scary in the playoffs, whether or not
Yeah.
they have a crappy record or not. It's the Chiefs. Bills, I still think could be scary in the playoffs if they make it.
Yeah, they could be for sure.
I think Miami's are fakers.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Texans are in the AFC playoffs too, and I think they're good, but they're not going to win anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's either the Browns. To be honest, in the AFC, I think the Browns and the Ravens are the scariest, but I think you could argue Chiefs too.
Yeah.
Like, they're the.
You could always. Yeah.
I just hope we don't get another Ravens and Chiefs AFC championship.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be the Browns, man.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be cool.
And then the
I'd
NFC,
like
I agree with you. I think the Niners.
Yeah.
Or to be honest, I'm almost like 100% confident.
Yeah.
Cowboys, let's be real. I don't care if their record's 13-3 or whatever. They're the Cowboys. They don't win playoff games.
Yeah.
Anymore, or the last 20 years
and
or
they
whatever.
I think they lost to the Chargers and the Cardinals, didn't they?
Lost to the Chargers and the Cardinals. Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
To be fair, the two teams, the Cardinals, two of them were the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
believe
crazy.
that? How do you beat the Eagles and the Cowboys? Let alone the Cowboys, we had Dobbs.
Yeah.
We had a backup QB. We beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's.
But I think the Eagles are fakers too. Well, I don't think they're fakers. I just don't think they're good enough.
Yeah.
Not just because of the loss to the Cardinals, but they were kind of slipping a little bit before that.
Yeah, they were. I feel like the Eagles and the Dolphins feel similar in like they can be dominant, but they're just not totally there as like the best.
That's a good comparison. Because you're right, Miami has those games where they're winning 70-20 or something like that. But then they have games where I think the issue with Miami, as much as I love Tua, I think he's limited in the sense of he's kind of like Kurt Warner. He's very accurate. But I don't think he's like a baller. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, because he puts up numbers.
Yeah, he can definitely put up numbers.
But their defense is not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the NFC, I'm trying to think of another team. I don't believe in the Cowboys. I don't believe in the Eagles.
Mm-mm.
What other teams are there?
I'm
gonna look right now. Let's see. We got number 1 seed is the Niners. Number 2 seed is the Cowboys. Number 3 seed is the Lions.
Oh yeah.
As of right now, that could change.
Yeah.
The Lions could actually jump up to number 2 seed, I think, depending on wins and losses.
Yeah, the Bucks and the Rams.
The Bucks aren't doing anything. The Eagles, no. Although the Rams have kind of been on a little hot streak, you never know.
Yeah, you never know, but I don't see it.
Honestly, if the two teams, I don't know though, because Lions have had their terrible losses too. Yeah. Really, I just think it's the 49ers, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
The Seahawks are still getting playoffs.
I think that shows how weak the NFC is.
That's true. And the AFC, I'd say Ravens. Like I said, you can never discount the Chiefs. And I'd probably say the Browns. I'd say Ravens, Chiefs, Browns, maybe Bills too.
Yeah, possibly Bills. I don't know. Bills just seem inconsistent.
Yeah. I know. I'm looking. They've won
They've
4 straight.
Yeah, they feel like the Chargers to me though.
Yeah. They are. Yeah. Yeah. So if I had to say, and this maybe I'm a little biased, but I don't even think I am. I think the Browns are that good with that defense. I
Yeah,
think it's
that
the
defense
Browns, the
is really
Ravens, or
good.
the Chiefs. But realistically, probably the Chiefs and 49ers.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised. Like if I were to say, hey, the Browns are in Super Bowl, like it wouldn't surprise me. It would
Yeah.
surprise me in the sense of holy crap, the Browns are actually in Super Bowl, but like it wouldn't surprise me in the sense of what we've seen this season.
Right.
But yeah. Well, here's to our first football segment.
Yeah. I think we talked about it once before, but yeah, now we have like
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying Ravens are winning the Super Bowl over the 49ers. What's your guess as to like who's winning, who's in the actual Super Bowl? What's your
This is
official
gonna be me
guess?
being a homer, man. But I think it's gonna be the Browns and the Niners in the Super Bowl, and sadly I think the Niners would win.
Okay. So not too
But I
homery,
don't
but you know.
no. But I will say a fun Super Bowl. The Ravens and Niners would be a fun Super Bowl because like who would win, right? Like is the Niner defense gonna stop the Ravens offense
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun.
or even honestly, I think an AFC championship of the Ravens and Browns would be a black because
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think the way the standings are, the only way we face the Ravens is in an AFC championship. And could you
Okay.
imagine those two teams with their defenses and offenses and Flacco going back to the Ravens?
True. That would
The
be quite
opposite
some
team.
storylines.
So I think that would be a blast. Like if I'm going to predict, it's going to be the Ravens and Browns in the AFC Championship. In the NFC Championship, it's going to be the 49ers and number Ravens and or 49ers. I don't know the way the bracket is who could play them.
Yeah, I don't either.
But hey.
I think it's going to be 49ers and Eagles.
49ers and Eagles. That's not a bad guess.
Unless they play earlier than that, but
it
depends on
I don't think they do. I think the way the bracket works, I think the 3 and the if you're the 5 and the 4 seed, I think play the 1 seed, right? And the 2 and the 3 play the everyone's
I think so.
The Browns are the 5th seed, and I know for a fact they only play the Ravens if they're in the AFC Championship.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I see the Eagles are the 5th seed. Well, but I think some of these. Actually, no, the Eagles will stay in the 5th seed. Just kidding.
Okay. Yeah.
The way I'm seeing it. But yeah, I mean, there's a few things. Seedings can change.
Yeah.
Today, but the main one I'm watching is the Jags game and the Bills game because that will affect who the Browns play.
Okay.
So I think if the Jags win, they have a tiebreaker over the Texans. So right now the Browns would play the Texans.
Okay. That'd be.
If the Jags win, then the Jags will win that division because they have the tiebreaker, and it would be the Jags versus the Browns. I would rather play the Jags.
Yeah, I think I would rather play the Jags too.
But it would be interesting with the Texans because CJ Stroud or whatever was Ohio State.
Oh,
so it'd be kind
of that would be cool.
Browns. But so there's some seeding things, but Pittsburgh still technically has a chance to get into playoffs. I think if the Jags lose and the Bills lose,
yeah, okay,
Steelers are in playoffs, which I hate the Steelers.
Yeah.
They're not doing crap anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's be real. Watch one of these teams make it to this freaking Super Bowl. The Jags aren't doing crap.
Yep.
The Bills aren't doing crap.
Yep.
The Texans aren't doing crap.
Mm-hmm.
Bills maybe, but
Bills have a better chance, but still, yeah.
And the Steelers, if they're to make it in, aren't doing crap.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Dolphins are doing crap. But I'm not going to put them in that category because they are better than those other teams I listed.
They are.
So all I'm saying, at the Browns, I will say this: I 100% expect the Browns to win the first game, and if they don't, as good as the season was, it will be a disappointing season.
Yeah.
Although I will say they are on their fourth quarterback, so
Yeah, that's
can I really be that?
crazy.
And as a matter of fact, you know what's even crazier? So today, they obviously have nothing to play for. So they're starting a backup quarterback, but this backup quarterback is a different quarterback because our backup quarterback's injured. So if this quarterback won, it would be 5 quarterbacks in one season that won a game.
That is insane.
Which is wild to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know how
what
much
I would get for a good defense.
Yeah, dude, it's yeah. Oh god, I will. The defense, man, is the only reason.
Yeah.
Well, I will say though, since Flacco's been here,
Yeah, Flacco's held it down.
I don't know if you've watched a lot of his
Not a lot
stuff with the Browns, but man, you should watch some of these highlights, dude. He's still slinging it.
Nice.
I mean, interceptions too, but he's slinging.
Yeah.
He'll have like 2 or 3 interceptions, but he'll have like 4 touchdowns and 400 yards.
Yeah, that's doable. You can work with that, especially with a good defense.
Because people are saying, "Oh, the team's worse with Flacco. Like that, they're letting more points and stuff." I'm like, of course they're letting more points because Flacco's slinging it. It's not. It. You know what I mean? Like with these interceptions, they're gonna get more. It doesn't mean the defense has gotten worse.
Yeah.
It just means the offense is slinging it, better for worse.
Yep.
But anyways, all right. Well, too bad I can't be talking like this with the Cardinals.
Someday.
Hey, but Kyler though,
Kyler's looking good.
People hate on Kyler, and I don't know why. I think with a solid line and like a good receivers and a decent defense, like Kyler is not an issue.
Yeah, I don't think Kyler's the issue at all.
He could be he's shown he's a great QB, you know? Like I don't understand the hate I really don't understand the hate for Kyler.
Yeah, I feel like mobile quarterbacks get that kind of hate more.
That's true. You know, yeah, you're right. Like the RG3s and the Cam Newtons or shoot, even Josh Allen has kind of gotten hate at some points in his career. That's true. You're right. People don't like the mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah. But I don't think Kyler's the issue at all. I think he can definitely get it done.
The issue is number one was the coaching. Like, I don't know how he won so many games. Like, I think Kyler was carrying Cliff hardcore.
Yeah, similar to how Herbert carried Staley hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's right. But like my hope for this draft, I was really hoping. I don't know if you know a lot of players, but Marvin Harris Jr. is like he's going to go 1 or 2. He's a receiver.
Yeah,
you know him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually, he plays for Ohio State. Ironically,
cool. Yeah.
I was hoping the Cardinals would get him at number 2 because he's going to go 1 or 2.
Yeah, but then they won.
And then they won. But could you that would have been perfect with that first pick.
Yeah.
He's a generational receiver player.
Yeah.
He's going to be insane. Having that with Kyler and then build that line, man. I'm off. Draft 1 or 2 O linemen.
Yeah,
I truly think you got to build from the trenches, man. I mean, you should know with your team too.
Yeah, we need to rebuild the line. It's horrible.
Doesn't matter how good your QB is if you have a crappy O line.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. And Kyler's a quarterback, where he needs. Well, he doesn't need it because he can be mobile, but he needs it in the sense of.
Yeah,
he's a smaller QB.
He can cover some, with his legs, he can cover some bad O-line play, but you still need time back there to be able to do anything.
Yeah, well, especially with his height, he needs to be able to see, give him the space, and then use your running as a last resort.
Yeah.
But I hope the Cardinals keep James Conner because my God, he is such an underrated running back.
Yeah, he's crazy good.
Like Conner with a good O-line.
That game last week.
Oh God, he is so good when he's not injured. I should say.
Yeah,
he's so good. Like that's why I was hoping we could get Marvin Harrison Jr., have like an insane receiver, have Kyler Murray, build the trenches in the O line, and keep James Conner. That would be a perfect start to your offense.
Yeah, for sure.
Defense is another story, but
Yeah.
which I'm sure you know about that too.
Yeah, horrible defense.
Why can't we like good teams? What? It's a curse.
Our curse, yeah.
It's just, why can't we have fallen in love with, I don't know, like I guess we were like New England at the time when we were growing up, or
yeah.
but nope.
I think it's turned me into like an emotional masochist. It hurts, but it feels good no, I don't know.
I will say it makes the wins and like successes, well, the mini successes, so much better.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, one day, Caleb. How many years have we been saying the Chargers and Cardinals in the Super Bowl?
Every year since we've known each other.
That will be the day.
Yep.
That will be the day we will hate each other.
Yeah, that'll
be a stressful
day.
The most painful thing we've ever experienced, and the most exciting thing one of us has ever experienced.
Yep.
Oh, I want it to happen though. That's like the beginning of an origin villain story.
Yeah, someday maybe.
But anywho, well, there goes my sports talk.
Yep.
Good sports segment. Talk. But cool. That's everything. Literally everything I've been watching.
Yeah, we'll have to text and figure out what we want to do for the quizzes next week. Unless you have some idea for it now, but I don't really have anything yet, so we could just text about it.
Yeah, we could just text about it. Also, when we do want to do, we need to figure out when we want to do like our top 5 or 10 video games of 2023.
Maybe we can do that next week. But we can text and figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well,
sweet.
Thanks everyone for joining us on the VGA podcast, and we will talk to you next week.
Peace.